Mason isn't just an assassin. He's a precision instrument. He was one of the first elite operatives. What happened? One sense, blackness. Should we show way out? Please show me country. Right there. Is why everyone just came. Survive 30 days. The entire nation hunting again. What if the thing that is suicide for good? I'm gonna come back here and burn everything down. That's the spirit. You ever wonder if this game is rigged? Guess we'll find out. You're up, 3D. That's it. What's doing here, Catherine? The ghosts of the Black Cat parents. Deliver the mark to a variety Bring it in, bring it in. No rooms. It's over. We'll take no more. Good. Keep moving. Keep moving. What's the ground? Younger. Stay with me. Just a little. Everyone hold. Careful up. Watch the tree. Here's forward. Don't break. Keep it steady. I'm coming so far. Watch the roots. One step at a time. The rest here. Just a minute. Visual lock. Parakeet. Target lock. All units, maintain position. Do not engage unless it appears. Over. Target is gone. Keep your eyes open. It's still out there somewhere. We need a new plan. Sensors and drones. Everything. Track any movement in the forest.
External cams, nothing. All units ready to engage perimeter and report anything unusual.
I'm sending instructions to all units. Any visual confirmation must be immediate. No engagement is maintain elevation. Don't underestimate its reach. Holding the tower. Could be anywhere.
Thermal scan active, nothing yet. But don't relax.
Wait. You see that? Something moving. Keep steady. All helicopters in position. Keep scanning every sector. Don't let your guard down. Keep eyes on all sectors. It's still out there. Wait. All units, disengage. Wait. Getting a return. I don't feel I don't know for a long there she is. Yeah, she got pretty good shoes on.
January 26, 1945, Granby Island burned. The British Royal Navy surrounded the island. The Battle of Granby was effectively over. The Japanese Imperial Army lost. Colonel Shinichi Nagasawa was pleased to win. He had 1,000 men left in elite troops. The British offered him an honorable surrender. Nagasawa sent back a message. We will fight your last breath. But he couldn't fight on the beaches anymore. The British barracks were pounded with heavy artillery. So the colonel made a decision of resuming the entire river. He ordered a retreat, not to the high ground, but into the interior, into a mangrove swamp. It was a 10-mile stretch of mud, slime, twigs, and muddy water that cooled his soul. He closed his eyes. He thought about home. He didn't need to whistle. The water around his legs didn't splash. It just flowed. Massive fish, darker than mud, rose higher from the depths. First glance, the attack was silent. One moment, Tanaka was sitting there. The next, he was gone. There was no scream, just a wet, black sound, like a reptile hitting a rock. The soldier sitting next to him turned around. Tanaka! He saw only the Then the water erupted. 10 yards away, not a circle. He was screaming. He was being thrashed from side to side. A crocodile, 20 feet long, a dinosaur covered in scales and slime, had him by the waist. This was the death roll. The crocodile spun its body to tear the prey apart. Tanaka's scream cut short as he was dragged under. But as the red blood rose to the surface, the river flowed. Sure, the officer yelled. The clever motorcycle workers fired into the water. Bang, bang, bang. The bullets hit the river. Honestly, the beast was small. Colonel Nagasawa stood up on his hind feet. He looked out into the dark. The sun was setting, and as the light faded, the song began to glow. Not with fireflies, but with eyes. Hundreds of small glowing eyes filled the water. Then hundreds more. They burned once. They walked into it. Night began to pass. It was pitch black. The Japanese soldiers were clinging to the mangrove roots like monkeys. They tied themselves to the trees with their belts so they wouldn't fall into the water and fell asleep. But the crocodiles didn't wait for them to fall. Saltwater crocodiles are one of the few reptiles that actually punch humans. They're smart. They can launch themselves out of the water using their powerful tails. The first scream came from the rear guard. Then another from the left flank. Splash! Like a giant meatball.
Wala yelo yung nakuha. Wala yelo. Wala.
That night was the most horrible that any member had been through ever experienced. The scattered rifle shots in the pitch black swamp, punctured by screaming, wounded men, crushed in the jaws of huge reptiles. The British sailors stood at the deck, gripping the rails, faces heavy. They hated the Japanese enemy, but listening to them gave people alive. Something else. No soldier deserted. Back in the swamp, Japanese soldiers discovered a terrifying business. Quote, don't stop, dinosaurs. Saltwater crocodiles had armor-plated scales on their backs. Small caliber bullets hit ricochet off the tough hide of 9 yards. Jose Yamada was fleeing through mangrove roots. He saw a massive croc sliding towards the men inside the safe. Yamada threw his rifle, fired 3 shots directly at the crocodile's head. Hey, hey, hey! Then popped across his head. Crocodile flinched, opened his jaws, not big enough to fit a human foot. Snapped shut, couldn't break the leg. The sound of bones, loud screams. They keep hiding. One soldier set up his in the test. Good picture. Splash. Hit the wall. Needed. Water pouring. Green crocodiles. Birds splash. Torpedoes. Boston. Red. And road hell. The Lamu Island massacre entered the Guinness Book of World Records. The deadliest attack on Jeep.
They say we need that. In 1 week, you'll see your marriage. In 2 weeks, you'll feel your breath.
This is the iconic BF-109. It was the workhorse of the German Luftwaffe during World War II and the deadliest fighter in history. In this video, we'll focus on the most produced G or dust-out variant. In particular, we'll look at the G6, of which more than 12,000 examples were produced. When the G6 model became operational in the first months of 1943, it wasn't a super fighter when compared with its adversaries, but it was a solid design that could fill many different roles, and the G6 model saw combat in every theatre of German operations. My name is David Witt, and this is Blue Quarter. The G6 had a typical all-metal construction, with a single spar wing and fabric-covered control surfaces. During the design, much emphasis was put on lightness and ease of maintenance in operational conditions. The structure was mainly riveted with flush countersunk rivets used on external surfaces to reduce drag. The plane measured 29 feet 4 inches in length and stood 8 feet 6 inches tall on its wheels. During the flight, these flaps were automatically controlled and adjusted with the help of the thermostat. Only during the landing, the radiator flap control was changed to manual, and the coolant flaps were fully open to increase the drag and improve the effect of the landing flaps. The coolant system, however, was a notorious weak spot of the BF-109, as only minor damage could disable the system and thereby cause the engine to seize. Although the pilot could shut the damaged radiator from the coolant circuit if the problem was noticed in time. Ailerons were duralumin covered with linen fabric. All metal landing flaps were located between the radiator flaps and the ailerons. A peculiar feature of the 109's wings was the leading edge slats. At certain angles of attack, the negative air pressure on the surface of the wing pulled out the slats. They opened automatically as the speed decreased below 124 miles an hour on level flight, and at higher speeds under G-load on tighter turns. These slats improved the plane's low speed and stalling characteristics, but the slats were not synchronized, and they could open asymmetrically on turns, which in turn could disturb the pilot's aim during a dogfight. In a typical combat engagement against bombers, the pilot would climb to 26,000 feet. The BF-109 climbed well, and the time to altitude was about 10 minutes. While climbing, the pilot would turn on the oxygen system. The 109 would rarely fight alone, and as the pilots approached a combat area, weapons would be switched on. The standard armament consisted of one 20mm MG-151 cannon, installed between the cylinder blocks, and firing through the hollow propeller axle. In addition, there were two 13mm MG-131 machine guns installed over the engine right in front of the cockpit. The machine guns created noticeable bumps on the cowling that were a feature of the model. Each 13mm machine gun had 300 rounds of ammunition, and the cannon magazine contained 200 rounds. The muzzle velocity of the 13mm machine gun was around 700 to 750 meters per second, and the rate of fire was around 900 rounds per minute, or 20 seconds of continuous fire. For the 20mm cannon, the muzzle velocity was 700 meters per second, and the rate of fire around 700 rounds per minute, or about 17 seconds if the pilot continuously fired. The the pilot would generally engage enemies at a maximum distance of 760 yards. But the ground crew could adjust the guns to converge at different distances, depending upon the pilot's preference. The guns were able to be effective at longer ranges. In tests, the MG-131 was found to be able to hit on target over 1 mile away. The weapons were charged electrically, and white markers would appear above the ammunition counter to show. In a tight formation, they would charge against the bomber formation and choose their targets and fire. After the attack, the German formation would scatter to individual planes and pairs. They would then need to switch their attention to the large numbers of escorting fighters before they could regroup or make a new pass against the bombers. When low on fuel and ammo and if damaged or in an unfavorable position, the pilots could attempt to disengage and return to their airfields. The DB-605A1 engine was a 12-cylinder inverted V engine with a maximum power output of 1,475 horsepower at sea level on emergency power. This engine could propel the BF-109 to a maximum straight level speed of 400 miles an hour and could reach a maximum speed of 466 miles an hour in a dive. Beyond this speed, the airframe could become unstable. The plane had a very fast climb rate of 3,543 feet per minute and a maximum altitude of 39,000 feet. Such a powerful engine required active cooling to avoid overheating. Therefore, the DB605 engine was equipped with a cooling system featuring 2 radiators positioned below the wing near the wing roots. The radiators were connected to 2 metal header tanks on either side of the engine that cooled the engine with a mixture of water and glycol. The hot coolant was chilled by the oncoming airflow before returning back to the engine. The DB605A engine could operate at a maximum.
The freaking nobody is Efren Mata Reyes.
Welcome back, school fans. Today we have an incredible vintage and unseen match featuring the young 41-year-old Efren Reyes going up against the defending champion, American player and Hall of Famer, Kim Davenport.
Hey, that's the way it goes. I was a little lucky, you know?
This is the Pro Billiards 9-Hole Tour 1995 Finals match. Like this video now and let's dive in. This very exciting finals match is a race to 11 games. Both players battle on the leg to determine who will break first. Efren has controlled the leg and had the opportunity to break first. Efren makes a really good save on the 2-ball here. Kim Davenport made a good kick shot but has left Efren a long shot. Efren went aggressive and made the long shot, setting himself up with a wide open layout. Efren Reyes is 41 years old at this time of the event. He is also the defending champion of the US Open 9-ball championships. And the young magician draws first blood. We now move on to Act 2, Efren with a dry break. Kim Davenport with his first opportunity to run his first point. Kim Davenport is 40 years old at this time of the tournament. But unexpectedly, Davenport missed the long shot on the 4 ball. Let's see if Efren Reyes can take advantage of that mistake. Efren Reyes now leads 2-0. He made a good opening shot on the 1 ball and gets shape on the 2. Unfortunately, Efren underhit the shot on the 2 and gets a foul on the 3 ball. Kim Davenport takes the quick route and went for the combination shot on the 9 ball. We head now to Rack 4, Davenport with a really strong break. Davenport is the defending champion of the Pro Billiards Tour. He won the Pro Billiards 9-4. So Efren Reyes will have really to expect a close and tight match here. Both players are defending champions of major tournaments in the USA. And as you can see, this venue is packed with full fans from around the world, all here to watch this match live. We now jump right into Rack 8. Davenport has taken over the lead 4-3. The American player broke try. Let's see if Efren can tie this match up. Efren Reyes starts with a ball in hand here. When we give these players an open layout and ball in hand, their caliber is so high that most of the time they run out the table. And Efren Reyes effortlessly runs the table. Let us continue in round 10. Davenport leading 5-4.
That's my laughing fool.
Sana.
Akron may have gotten lucky on the 4 ball, but did not land a shape on the 5 next. Both players will now engage in tactical safety battles. But Akron did not make contact on the 5 here. Another chance for Davenport to get back on a 2-rack lead advantage. The American player wins this race. Let's proceed to the next one. Here we go in rack 12. The defending champion is still on the lead 6-5 and apply more pressure on the leading player. The pressure in this event is immense. Let's see if Efren can handle it until the end. We will take you now to rack 13. The score is tied up 6-6.
Hey, that's the way it goes, huh?
What a shot from the American player. He banked the 2 ball and got perfect shape for the next shot. Clearly, Team Davenport is undoubtedly in his prime at this time. He is now back on the lead 7-6. But observe this break from Team Davenport.
What? Oh, no.
The defending champion strikes with a golden break, regaining a 2-rack lead advantage. Rack 15 it is. Watch Davenport as he is aiming for a 6-9 combination shot.
That's my laughing fool.
What a big miss! It wasn't even close. Perhaps the best approach for that shot was a real first shot. Now Efren Reyes sees a glimmer of hope as Davenport makes a combination. At last, we have reached rack 17. The score is tied 8 apiece. Unfortunately here, Efren underhit the shot on the 1 ball and came up without a shot on the 2 next. And he was lavishly away. Efren pitched the two ball, but he got lucky and missed another object ball, so he stays at the table. It was clearly not intentional, but luck is part of a nine-ball game. That's the beauty of the sport. It's truly unpredictable.
Sana, 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 sana ba yan? Sana, sana ba yan? Na,
Davenport
na,
with
na,
a
na,
dry
na,
break,
na,
so
na,
Efren
na.
decides to play it safe here. Davenport went for the two-rail kick, but to no avail. Efren now gets ball in hand and has the potential to end this match. But the American player may have another chance here on the free ball. What an amazing shot! If that cross-side bank could put an end to this match.
That's all good, dude. Great stuff there.
I think it's over.
What a master! Efren can truly pull off shots like that in clutch situations like this. King Davenport watches in horror and agony as Efren slowly runs the table. He may not be able to defend his title this year because of this Filipino player who came out from nowhere. And in the end, the great Efren Reyes won this thrilling finals match against the defending champion King Davenport. He will receive 15,000 US dollars and the title of the US Pro Tour Champion 1995. At this time, Efren Reyes is the best player in all of America, having also won the US Open title in 1994 and the US Pro Tour title in 1995. Efren originally came to America to wrestle because no one would dare to play him in the Philippines at that time. Instead, he joined tournaments in the US and took over major events, defeating every top player America had to offer. If you think Efren is the greatest, like this video and subscribe to see more of Efren Reyes, the great Filipino pool player. See you in the next match, dear viewers and subscribers.
The year.
Blood immediately trickles from above Pacquiao's right arm, and he staggers back. The referee halts the fight and directs Manny toward the ringside doctor. Every eye in the audience locks onto the tense scene unfolding in the corner. The doctor leans in, examining the cut. For Filipino fans, time seems to stop. Could this be the abrupt end of the bout?
So now, we've got you with 100 pesos off with Canada. Order from Angel Pizza, Shaky's Pizza, Stone Town. This coffee, use code BUSTANOW for 100 pesos off. Canada?
Buffalo, New York. Dan sells cars, and he does it so well. This month, he again becomes the seller of the month. All that's left is to take a picture for the website and get a bonus. But he's not after the money. He gives the title and bonus to his colleague. Dan hurries home to his wife because it's their anniversary. He's fine and in a good mood. Dan loves his wife Jessica and his kids. Truth, kids try their best to ruin that mood. But Dan is firm and decisive, which means everything is going according to his plan. Every anniversary, they go to an amusement park for a roller coaster ride. They met in this park 18 years ago. Jessica hints to Dan that living according to a scheduled plans and unchanging traditions is a bit stressful. She wants life to be more spontaneous. Later, they kiss at the fountain where they first met. A group of local bullies snap their photo without permission. Dan asks the guy to delete the picture. But in return, he is mocked. Dan is patient. He stays calm even when the guy spills his drink on him. On their way home, Jessica proves to him that this is what he should have done, but deep down, she's disappointed. At home, Dan takes a shower and relaxes. Then he changes the baby's diaper like a pro. Next day, Jessica spends in the gym. She boxes on a punching bag and meets Gwen there. The girl can't hit a punching bag, but she's doing great at her travel agency. Jessica shares a thought with her. She says they have a family life without adventure and that their family life is uneventful. Her husband is happy in this swamp, but she has always dreamed of traveling. Gwen is in a hurry for her flight, and as she leaves, gives Jessica her agency card. Dan goes to the store with the baby. The baby is strapped to his chest, so Dan can pick out the best diapers and grab his favorite ice cream. Suddenly, Dan notices an aggressive stranger heading toward him. He attacks, and Dan has no choice but to defend himself. Dan unexpectedly shows his combat skills and beats the soul out of the attacker. He then picks up the fallen diapers and walks calmly to the checkout. Dan gets home, opens the stash, and gets passports, money, and guns. Passports are expired, so he calls his friend and gets new documents for the whole family. The deadline is 3 days, and the meeting point is Las Vegas. His buddy tells him that his wife should have been told long ago that he is a retired government agent. Dan quickly packs his bag and gathers his family. He finds his daughter and son, picks up his wife. Dan invites her to Vegas. It's as spontaneous as she wanted it to be. Jessica is so happy that she doesn't even